Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, I'm in the car today. It's my first follow-up appointment at the hospital, so I've got to go to that. So I'm going to be driving down to Chichester in a bit. Just at the dentist currently with Mum. She's in there at the moment, so I'm sat in the car waiting for her. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to say hello, let you know what the plan is for today. So it's my first checkup, post-op. It's meant to be 6 weeks post-op, but it's about a week and a half early, but whatever. They booked the appointment, I just said I'm coming. So that's the plan. Appointment's at 3 o'clock. It's only 20 past 10 now, so probably be leaving about 12:30. Take a slow drive down there, get a scene. I hope I don't have to have any bloods done, but I'm pretty sure I will. Let me take my sunglasses off. Hello. It's quite bright outside today. It's cold, but it's quite bright, which is quite nice. It's definitely spring weather. Yeah, so it's my first checkup, so I don't know what the plan is. Obviously I'll see them probably get weight and height again, and they do it every time. Like I say, I hope I'm not having to have bloods today. That'd be a massive pain in the ass if I do, because I don't particularly like having my bloods taken. And walking for me is an absolute pain in the ass at the moment. Technically it's a pain in the ankle. It's still not working properly. I've taken painkillers today. I'm taking my meds and stuff, like my anti-gout medication, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. It's only been a few days, so I'm hoping it will start kicking in properly and then it will get rid of whatever's going on. Normally I'd be taking an anti-inflammatory, naproxen, which helps clear the pain. It's what I use when I'm on a flare-up for my gout, but I'm not allowed to use anti-inflammatories anymore. It's a condition of post-op, essentially, so you're not allowed to use any anti-inflammatories, so no ibuprofen, naproxen, anything along those lines, which is a bit frustrating because obviously it hurts, but that is what it is. But yeah, so driving to the doctors in a minute, to the hospital, and then we'll go from there. Good afternoon. So this is a follow-on from this morning. It is now 25 to 6 and I am knackered. Just drove to and from Chichester, so that's about a 5-6 hour drive, which has been actually fairly chilled, but it's just long. Yeah, it's not been too bad. The appointment went really well. I didn't have to have my bloods taken, which is a win. I do need to drink more fluid, but I was well aware of that anyway. Other than that, she's really pleased with my progress. So from the day I got weighed on my day of op, which was the 12th of May, it's currently the 14th of April, so it's been just literally 2 days over a month. So far I'm down 30 kilos in that span, so it's a win for me. Massive win. So yeah, so that's quite good news. She's really pleased with how I'm doing. We just had a chat. I told her how everything's going. She said I need to drink more, which obviously I just mentioned. But she said that what I can do is I can have cucumber, because that's a good source of fluid. I can have watermelon or melon, and some more fruits and veg. So that's fantastic. It means that I have moved forward, which is nice. Got a few more weeks on soft and crunchy, but so far it's going really well. I had Melba toast with beans on this morning for my breakfast, and it was really nice, a bit like having beans on toast again. So a nice little touch of normality there. I'm still to avoid pastas, rices, breads, all that sort of jazz for the time being, but in a few weeks, once I'm onto the next stage, as it were, I can have like wraps and flatbreads and stuff, so that's nice. So that'll be good. I'm dreaming of a ham and cucumber sandwich. Well, ham and cucumber wrap. My favourite sandwich, ham, cucumber, mayonnaise, but I can have it in a wrap instead, so that would be nice. So that's another positive that we're looking forward to. Just stopped at Mark's to get a few bits. I'm going to try and make some cookies tonight, or probably tomorrow, it depends how I feel, to be honest. There is a bariatric cookbook that I bought on Amazon that does 20 recipes for pureed food, 20 recipes for soft food. So the 2 stages, and one of the recipes is protein cookies essentially. So there's no flour in them. You use banana and rolled oats, egg, protein powder, some cinnamon and something else, and it makes these little sort of little cookies. You make about 6 of them. They're about, I think they're like, I don't know, they're high protein either way, and because there's no flour in them and stuff, they're meant to be quite good for this stage. So thought I'd try and make something like that, get a bit of a treat in. I did have some, I had a packet of Maryland mini cookies the other day. I say I had a packet, I had like 3 of the mini ones, and that's all I could manage. They went down really easily, so I had to stop myself. I didn't want to keep going, and that is something I've got to keep an eye out for, is slider foods. I know that they can be quite dangerous because they literally slide straight down. But it was nice to have a little treat, a little sense of normality. And yeah, that's what the nurse said today. She said just keep an eye on what you're doing, but don't beat yourself up either. Like I said, I had some ice cream, which I did. She's like, that's fine, as long as, like, I have to be wary that it's under 5 grams of sugar. I'm not sure the ice cream was. I think it was quite high, but it was bloody lovely. So it's trying to monitor what I'm eating and review the macros and all that jazz. But it seems to be going fairly well. She was really pleased. Obviously, I'm really pleased. 30 kg in just over 4 weeks is a pretty decent little milestone to hit. I think it works out in old money as about 4 stone 7 pounds. I think it is, something like that. So yeah, pretty good little start to the week. Yeah. Had a fairly productive day today, actually. It's been really good. I don't think it's going to be very productive tomorrow, but we'll see how the day goes. We did have a chat about meds and stuff, and I've got to go on a couple more meds that I don't want to, but I have to. I have to go on iron tablets again, which is disappointing because I was on them post-op and then they finished, and I didn't think I had to stay on them any longer, but apparently it's a forever medication, would appear, and then I've got to take Adical, like a calcium supplement as well. So there's 2 more meds I've got to add to my rotation, which is slightly depressing, but never mind. But hey, it is what it is. Meds seem to be going down alright, although I still struggle some mornings, but that's life. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else to report at the moment. Like I say, it was a fairly chilled meeting. She didn't want any blood, so I didn't question it. And we left, and I was like, I'm not questioning it, just run quick, get to the car. I don't want to get stabbed today. She did notice that I was dehydrated, because I have been. And she, yeah, like I say, she was a bit annoyed about it. Not annoyed, but she was to tell me I need to start drinking more. So that is what I'm trying to do. Although this is all I've had today so far. And that's not even finished. That's a litre, and I've not even finished that. It's 20 to 6. Mango and passion fruit flavoured water from Asda. To quote Mark the Farmer, there is other shops you can go to, other brands. But I've just bought some of these. I'm trying to increase my intake, so I'm getting like bigger bottles of water. Because I was on like 500ml bottles that you get, and I was drinking maybe 1 or 2 of them a day, and that was it. So now I'm getting a bottle that's like a litre, 1.5, like the Volvic ones. Again, there are other brands. It's trying to help me focus on what the sort of quantity, and trying to, right, I need to finish this today sort of thing. It gives me that sort of, that goal. I still need to drink potentially 2 litres or more a day, and I'm still not doing that. But I'm trying, and so I'm trying to help myself do that by getting more drinks, getting bigger bottles and whatnot. So we will keep pushing forward with that. Wounds clearing up fine. She had a look at them, nothing to report exciting on them. Although the stitches that I do feel on my main wound, she said, yeah, they'll just go away. I assume they'll like fall off or something, I don't know. They're just one of those things. She said like not to worry about it, because I was going to quite like ask her if they need to be taken out, but she's like, nah, they'll sort themselves out. So it's good to know. I'll just keep an eye on that and try not to make it happen quicker than it needs to. I don't want to sort of accidentally I don't know, pick them or something, like you would a scab. But yeah, other than that, it's a fairly positive meeting. Drive was long. We left my house about 1:45. Got there at 25 past 2, 2:30. So it was about an hour, about 2 and a bit hours, just shy. And then driving back was worse, obviously, because it's rush hour. Although I did have a little stop via Crawley, which is a place I used to live. Had a bit of a trip down memory lane, as it were. A bit of nostalgia. Hasn't changed. Still a tip. But it is what it is. But yeah. Now I'm just sitting outside Marks and Spencer's because Mum wanted to get some shopping before we went home. So that's why I'm sitting in the car. I eventually will need to start going into the shops again, but I'm not ready to do that yet. It's like I'm still not 100% ready to go into a kitchen yet, but I'm trying to work on that too. Temptation's a bit too hard for me at the moment, and I know that's something I need to work on, so we will take it a step at a time. Like I say, I'm going to try and make some cookies. They do need baking, so we'll see how they turn out. If I make them, I'll let you guys have a look as well, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I say a lot today, aren't I? Fair enough. Sorry, somebody just walked past in a bit of a weirdo outfit, but who am I to judge? My jumper is actually getting too big for me now, which is really good, but I love this jumper, so I don't care. Yeah, 30 kilos is a lot to lose, so that's definitely a step in the right direction. Got some more work to do. Obviously, I've got a couple of books. I've looked at the front page. I'm terrible when it comes to reading, but I do want to get into them and actually sort of look further into and delve a bit further into sort of addiction and how that works, essentially. I think it's something I need to sort of understand better and sort of try and get my head around it, because it's definitely something that is there for me. Upside though, no takeaways or anything like that in over 6 weeks now, and I've noticed that my hair isn't as greasy, which is kind of cool but also kind of gross to think about. So yeah, it's been a bit of an interesting day. I say it's only Tuesday, so there's still a bit of the week to go. I'll keep you informed if I do make these cookies. I'll show you a picture of the book as well, if I remember. It's quite a handy one actually. It's 20 pureed recipes and 20 soft food recipes, so it's one that works really well with the diet that I'm on, and it discusses a lot about a bariatric diet as well, which is quite helpful. So I'm getting a couple of weird looks because I'm sitting here talking to myself. Kind of getting used to it. I don't really care either, to be totally honest. Yeah. Again. Leave a number down how many times I said in this video. No idea. I keep saying it though. Almost said it again. But I'm going to leave it there for today and get ready to go home. I've got chicken korma for dinner, microwave meal, because I want something that is sort of resembles a takeaway. So ready meal korma is about as close as I'm going to get right now. I'm trying to avoid the takeaways as much as I can. We'll be going to see how long we can last without them at the moment. But yeah, for the time being, chicken korma from Marks and Spencer's is my takeaway of choice at the moment, because I can't have anything else. Did ask the nurse if I can have poppadoms. She said probably not, because they're cooked in like fat, so it's probably a good thing to avoid them. So I'm going to potentially have some Melba toast with it, which is slowly becoming one of my favourites and go-tos, because it's pretty much all I can eat. That and crackers are the crunchies that I'm going for at the moment. So Melba toast and pate has been an absolute fan favourite for me. So yeah, we'll just keep pushing forward and move on to the next step. Like I say, I've got, so it's only week 1 of Soft and Crunchy, to be totally honest. The follow-up appointment was definitely early. It was meant to be 6 weeks, but it's about 2 weeks early. As I say, it was only 4 weeks post-op on Thursday just gone, so I'll be 5 weeks Thursday in like 2 days. So day after this is posted, I'll be 5 weeks post-op. So it was a bit early, not complaining, but it is what it is. This car, because I'm sat in the car, has an idle function that it turns off and turns itself back on again every like 30 seconds. It drives me nuts. Because I'm parked, so I've got the handbrake on, but the engine's still on. You'd think it just sort of either stay idle or shut off until I turn it back on again, but it doesn't. It turns itself off. It sort of goes in a cycle, and it's really annoying. But that's got nothing to do with this. It's just one of the things that annoys me about this car. That, and it's got anxiety. It beeps. It's got sensors everywhere, and it beeps constantly at different things. It's like, you're too close to that. When I'm like 10 foot away from a post, it's like, you're going to crash. And I'm really not. So yeah, that makes this car, it's an anxiety-ridden car with a weird engine that decides to turn itself on and off constantly. But hey, what can you do? It's a nice car, drives really well, and I'm so thankful I got an automatic today. My ankle's still playing up, and I had to do some walking, a lot more walking than I have done the last couple of weeks, because I've been sat with it up trying to rest it. But I had to go to the bank today. I had to go to the hospital, obviously, so I had to do a bit of walking. So it's been a bit painful. So I'm grateful I don't have a clutch at the moment, and I'm just driving automatic. But first world problems, yay. I will let you go there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I needed to share at this point. I don't think there is, so I'm gonna go, and yeah, we'll go from there. Bear with me a second. Just a quick shout out for the Chunky Vegetarian Diaries. I know, well, I hope you're watching, but I know today is your update, so I just wanted to wish you luck. I know that you'll get through it really easily. As I've said, the wind pain's going to be a pain, obviously, but you're a star, you'll crack through it. Good luck, and hopefully talk to you once you're back home in recovery, and we'll go through and just have a chat again. But either way, good luck and well done on this next step. Hello. So I already recorded this bit, but it was crap, so I started again. So I made the biscuits as I promised. I'll show you a picture of the recipe. I'll show you the book after this, and then I'll also show you a picture of the finished result. Not sure if they were right. I followed the instructions. They did say that I should be able to ball them up in my hand and then squash them, but when I'd finished using my mini chopper, they were liquid, so I poured them on the sheet instead. But 10 minutes, either like 20 minutes in the oven. They're on the cooling rack now. They smell pretty good. They look like they were poured onto a tray. But we'll give them a crack and we'll go from there. But yeah, that's the cookies. You've already got the rest of the video, so I'll leave you be. But I'll finish this video with a picture of the cooked cookies. And yeah, I'll catch you again next week. Bye. Bit of a bonus clip. It's been about half hour, 40 minutes. These have cooled down. It's not a circle. I'm not quite sure what it, well, like I said, it was a bit of a blob when it went on. A bit springy. Quite dry.
They taste like a wafer that you get for ice cream.
It'll do. It's got peanut butter protein powder in it, and I can't taste any peanuts. That's a bit disappointing. Not great. I'll have to try it again differently. But, meh. It was the first attempt. Bye.